If I ask you who was your childhood hero, you might immediately come up with someone from a movie or a series. Why is that? Because those are the qualities your inner child is craving for. And in this beautiful video, I show you how to create a scrapbook for your inner child as a reparenting tool. Sometimes the things that saved us in our childhood were not our parents, but the heroes we admired. Mine were Sailor Moon. I loved her. She was funny. She was playful. She had this power. She has a big heart and she wanted to save the world with her friends and with a partner. Her qualities, her energy, the frequency she lived in, her superpowers, that was exactly what I needed as a child, and it nurtured me. And in today's series, I want to show you how to create this energy with a scrapbook and bring your child back to life. This video will be a step-by-step guide how I created this magical book and how you can easily do that for yourself at home. If you're new here, my name is Jana, and together with my husband Albert, we hold sacred healing retreats. This channel is an extension of that work where I share practical tools for integration healing, feminine energy, and daily life after healing. This is part 2 of 6 of the free course here on YouTube, Reparenting and Nervous System Healing. If you haven't watched the first video, please go back. Otherwise, please stay with me because there are more videos like that coming up. So hit subscribe, and stay with me. You want to know what's coming. So why is scrapbook so powerful? When you create this scrapbook, you nurture your inner child, and the message you give your inner child is, you matter. I see you, I love you, I want to take time for you because you are important to me. So you give your inner child attention, validation, playtime, and joy because it is joy to do these things. But also nurturing and integration. You literally heal with pulling this scrapbook together. I will give you 4 basic questions which will lead you to create this scrapbook in a beautiful and nurturing way. Creating this scrapbook was so healing. You will learn so much about yourself and your inner child, what it actually needs and is longing for, and how you can integrate that more into your daily life. With any tools, with any integration, we want to connect deeper to our core, to our inner child. We want to understand it and hold their hands and say, it's okay, I see you, I love you, I feel you, and I'm gonna lead us this way. That's what reparenting is all about. So you take the lead. Your inner child is most likely to respond to playfulness and creativity. So this process will nurture a deeper part within you. Memories can be medicine as well. Not only pain, but also realizing there was love. Pictures and symbols are like a portal back to time. You take a look onto those past parts and give them time to resurface and to feel and to be acknowledged. That's what your inner child is longing for. And creating the scrapbook is integration. You integrate what you have already learned about yourself. How do you start this scrapbook? What do you need? You definitely need a notebook, a scrapbook, pen, paper, everything you need for creating beautiful pictures. Childhood pictures, drawings, or things that remind you of that time. It can be anything. And most importantly, you take time and intention. You take your inner child and really celebrate this process. I even baked some muffins because I wanted to celebrate and give my inner child space. I wanted to nurture it, and I want that inner child to know, now this is your time. So what I did, I had this big box from my mom. This was my old childhood box. I put everything in there from my childhood, but also from my 20s, my notebooks, my journal. Since 20 years, so most of the things were journal. But the pictures and other stuff I wanted to take and used for the scrapbook, I took out of it, put it all in one place to get started. I even put up a playlist with beautiful inner child healing music, which made me cry. My inner child felt so loved and nurtured. It was literally the most healing experience I could have done for myself. And remember, this process is not about perfection. It is about embracing and nurturing and really going into the flow of creativity. So the first question you're answering is, who was your childhood hero? For me, this was definitely Sailor Moon. I loved her. I consumed everything about her. She was funny. She was playful. I had so many similarities with her. I identified so much with her, like her superpowers. She was clumsy, but she was funny. She had this big heart. She loved her man. She was always in love with Tuxedo Mask. And I feel like Albert is my Tuxedo Mask. And she was just a very good person, and she saved the world. She knew shadows. I know shadows. She knows light. I know light. Get those pictures out. Get everything out you have from your childhood hero and put it next to you, because that's you. That's your qualities. That is what is nurturing your inner child, and ultimately that's within you. Otherwise, you couldn't see it in that hero. The second journal prompt is, what was your favorite childhood memory? And obviously this can be related to anything, to your grandparents, to your parents, or time when you spent in nature with animals. For me, there were several things. Those were the first few weeks I was born, and my mom took some notes. And guys, when I read those notes, she kept it and she gave it to me. I could feel her love. Of course, yes, I had a mother wound, but when you see those things, I could feel her love. I could feel in that moment that I even cry up now, that she genuinely loves me. And in that moment, was so happy to be a mom. When you create these things, you need to acknowledge both. You need to acknowledge the light, yes, beautiful, and also the dark, the pain. It is part of the journey. Both things can exist at the same time. And when you do that, you acknowledge all parts within you. And that's what makes you whole. It's not to stay all the time in your mother wound or in resentment, but to see that was really there and that was real, and this can be beautiful and very nurturing and fulfilling. And then also I have one picture with my dad. This picture represents safety to me, because in that moment I could see he had a long day and he came to me, to my bed, and all worries were gone. And of course, related to my grandma, she's like my angel. Seeing her on the picture, I cried, literally. Miss her so much. Journal prompt number 3. What did you most long for as a child? To hear or to receive? And for me, it was this family vibration, this feeling of being enough, of feeling that who I was, that I was with my family and we would stay together, because obviously my parents separated when I was 2 for 1 year, and then when I was 13, they split up for good. And I always wanted to stay with family. I wrote these things down in German because that's the core language of my inner child. And just writing these words that my inner child needs to hear, and I'm still telling her that. That was so nurturing and loving, and I highly recommend you to write down what your inner child needs to hear from you. And question number 4, what still makes you feel alive today? For me, it's definitely my connection to animals. I'm excited for the future when we have the opportunity to hold a space for animals. I have this huge desire and I'm gonna be patient with it. And when it's time, you guys gonna be with me. I love animals so much because I'm born and raised on a farm with my grandparents, and it has always nurtured my heart from the very beginning, so it's something I want to continue. Also, movement. I love movement. Sometimes I'm a little lazy child that loves to eat. That's why I put this picture. Look at this picture, it's so funny. I think it looks like this dino baby. We all say it all the time, and I think it's so true, but I say it in a loving way to my inner child. It looks so cute. And then I even have this one picture with me in the dress, and I still have the dress. I wanted to cut out a piece from the dress and put it into this book, but I couldn't. I kept the dress in whole because it's just so cute, and my mom kept it for me. I'm so grateful for that. Then I had some old newspaper things my mom kept, and I put in here as well. And also some grades from 2nd and 3rd grade and 8th grade, which I put in the book. And yeah, that was my process. So obviously there are no limits to creating this sort of scrapbook. You can do anything, whatever you want, and that is your inner child that can play and is free in this whole process. It is super simple and yet very powerful, because this will raise your self-worth, your self-respect, your connection, your trust to yourself. It doesn't take anything, just presence, time, love, and commitment to stay with yourself, stay with your inner child. It's beautiful seeing more and more coming here. I love creating these things with you guys. If you want to know more, please stay with me on TikTok, where I build my new channel. And I share more daily stuff, walk and talks, and practical tools that will enhance your daily life and some soul wisdom. So I see you in the next video, and I wish you a beautiful day.